The world shall recognize me.
টিম
James,
লিংক দিতে পারবো প্রিয়?
হ্যাঁ আমি দিতেছি।
আচ্ছা আমার ক্লায়েন্টের না একটু কেটে আছে, আই ডোন্ট নো ওয়াই।
কেন?
let's
জানি
see
না
the
স্ট্রিমে
stream.
একটুখানি
হ্যাঁ
নিচে।
কেটে আসবে, তোমার সাইজটা কমাইতে হবে, সাইজটা কমাইতে হবে, কিছু করার নেই।
কোন সাইজটা?
তোমার ওইটা ড্র্যাগ করে কমাইতে হবে। You can decrease it by dragging.
ইয়া বাট লাভ হচ্ছে না।
হওয়ার কথা।
হুম।
তাহলে মনিটর রেজোলিউশনটা কমাও।
মনিটর রেজোলিউশন আচ্ছা।
মনিটর রেজোলিউশন টু দ্য গেম রেজোলিউশন আর কি। আরেবার মানে তোমার যা রেজোলিউশন দিছো আর কি।
লাভ হয় না।
হয় না?
Nope.
Wait. Looks fine here.
Looks fine.
Looks fine in stream.
আচ্ছা।
No bhai?
Wake up, wake up.
I don't have a link.
Oh yeah, you don't have a link. Here you go guys. Can I post here? Oh, this is frostbite thing. Here, do that.
ভাই লিংক কতক্ষণ লাগে দিতে?
Problem is আমাকে অনেকজন মেসেজ পাঠাচ্ছে।
Fuck those people. Fuck everyone watching the stream right now.
আচ্ছা, which TS are the players using?
I have no idea. কিছু করার নেই, আমি এটা জানতাম না যে তোমার আলিফ লালা অফ।
আচ্ছা এখানে দিয়ে দিতে পারেন at the moment. It's quite safe.
পারবো?
পারেন।
Wait.
নাইস লিংক ব্রো।
You saw that?
Nice link.
নাইস লিংক ব্রো।
GG, well played.
আচ্ছা তোমার যদি এখানে এতটুকু কেটে যাচ্ছে, that means the game is going to get cut as well.
না, গেম কাট হবে না। I fixed that.
How?
গেমের রেজোলিউশন কমাই দিছি আমরা, গেমের রেজোলিউশন দেওয়ার পর তারপর ওবিএস এ গেম ক্যাপচার দিছি। ওবিএস এ গেম ক্যাপচার দিলে এটা ওবিএস এ ম্যানেজ করে ফেলে।
Okay.
আচ্ছা এমনিতে স্ট্রিমেও কি ক্লায়েন্টের ওইটুকু কাটতেছে? না
হ্যাঁ।
আমার হ্যাঁ।
The top and
cut.
bottom is being cut.
Why is it so?
I don't know.
There
Looks
should be an option in OBS that
Thanks, bye na,
কত
bye.
percentage of the
Yeah,
screen you
I-
want captured.
তাহলে পাসওয়ার্ডটা তুমি দিয়ে দাও আমাকে। আমরা ভুল হলে ভুল হইতেই পারে, আমি হিউম্যান।
হিউম্যান না, ওই ভুল করলেই হিউম্যান।
আমি কি ইনহিউম্যান নাকি? কোন সময় ইনহিউম্যান বলছি নিজেরে?
অস্ট্রেলিয়া ভার্সেস বাংলাদেশ। উফ।
কবে?
এই যে ফুটবল গেম টুমরো।
ও
ও আমারও কেন? হ্যাঁ, ফুটবল ইজ বেটার দ্যান ক্রিকেট পিরিয়ড।
God, yes.
I don't prefer either one.
I'm not your
কিন্তু ওই
mom.
বাসে বয়ে থাকে,
I prefer basketball.
বাসে বয়ে থাকে। বাস্কেটবল, হাউ টল আর ইউ ব্রো?
You don't need to be tall to
Height
watch
isn't a
basketball.
factor.
Height
Yeah.
isn't a factor.
It's like if you love something, you love to play it as well. Right.
Yeah, I used to play.
Nemo Bhai plays basketball and Nemo Bhai is not that tall.
Yeah, I'm 5'7". I used to play second division in Bangladesh.
Oh, that's cool.
Height isn't a factor.
It helps,
It
but it's not a
helps,
necessity.
okay. Prefer correct.
It helps, obviously. It helps you to block shots.
Block, dunk, and
Why do you need to dunk when you can shoot?
Because dunking is fucking amazing, man. I've dunked before and it's just the best feeling in the universe. The
How
only
have
thing
you
that feels
dunked?
better than
How
that,
have you dunked? Good
I
question.
could easily jump and just hang from the ring before.
বাবুর সামনে ডাঙ্ক করে যায় জানতাম না তো।
Hey,
Then possibly I could do it. I'm taller.
hey, anyone, you can possibly do it. I spent so many years just trying to fly, man. So playing basketball like forever. So I guess enough torture of your legs and you get up high enough.
Is he trying to fix it?
Fix what?
Very easy.
Fix the, stream.
That I don't think there should be a problem with this one. Cam select তো দেখা যাবে I think. তাই না?
আচ্ছা
I guess.
ভিডিওতে রেজোলিউশন কত দেওয়া?
ওর ভিডিওতে 1280 720
আর মনিটর কত?
ওর মনিটর অনেক বড়। That's the thing.
1980 or
আচ্ছা আমাদের সাথে পান্ডা ইন পকেটের গেম
1920 1080, right?
yeah.
হ্যাঁ।
Why didn't you run it at that resolution?
Doesn't
ল্যাগ
work.
করবে। ল্যাগ করবে।
Oh.
I will give that to you later. Okay?
Why later?
What?
Not now.
What?
Not that.
Okay, they started.
Okay.
Start
We're
করেন।
in Champions Select.
The game has started, but do people know that the stream is up?
Yeah.
Yes.
Everyone knows streams up.
I posted. Now, welcome guys to the first quarterfinals of Syndicate Premier League. I have with me Nemo Bhai, our own Captain Nemo, and
Hello.
Cold Bolot. Yes, Cold Bolot. And Phil Maestro.
Microphone
So,
activated.
Nemo
Microphone
Bhai,
muted.
কিছু বলেন। Say something about this map.
Say something about this match.
Yeah, say something about this match.
They've banned Nar for not real jihadist. He's really good in Nar. And Shad 97's been targeted for Gragas and Sejuani. I'm pretty sure Shad 97 will lock in either Skarner or Pi, I guess.
He might have picked a Jarvan. His Jarvan is not that shady bad as well. So his Jarvan is pretty good.
If we see Nephilim locking in
Jace.
Jace. It's unusual. Isn't this a best of 3 or
Best
just
of
It's
three.
the best of 3, yeah.
It's a best of 3.
Yeah, exactly.
So
I don't believe Nephilim is actually using this game as practice on Jace. I'm expecting a switch later in a while.
I knew Shad would pick the Skarner.
maybe mid lane is going Jace or something.
They
It's
might
possible.
swap as well. Evelyn pick.
As usual from Odin. You expect this from Odin because he plays really good with Evelyn.
FK Madness still not picking yet. The Fate picking Vayne. Will he play Vayne or will Juju play Vayne? Juju plays a lot of Vayne in solo
Microphone
queue.
activated.
Well, Faith said that Juju's going support, so he's gonna play Vayne.
So who's support again?
Juju's
Juju.
gonna play support.
Oh, okay. So what do you think would be best for a support against Braum or a Vayne?
Well, Morgana or Janna?
No press.
Nyomai, what do you think? Who should go for a support with? Who should support Vayne? Which champion should?
Yeah, in this
what should
comp
they pick?
against the Braum support.
Against the Braum support for a Vayne.
Yeah.
That would really depend on the ADC that they pick, because Braum alone isn't really much against a Vayne. Since she has a tumble, she's surprisingly mobile for ADC with no range, no escape.
We see not real judges picking on
Microphone
the
muted.
Irelia and Juju hovering over Leona and Thresh.
Thresh is
Out of-
always a good pick.
Personally, Thresh is a really good playmaker, and since you can engage and disengage at the same time, Thresh is good.
Leona
But
is locked in.
Juju prefers Leona, I guess. I think the Leona pick is because of the Jace coming on to Vayne, possibly.
Now, Callista is a huge problem for anyone who's playing a Vayne.
Yeah, and the Callista Braum is really good. If
A
they
Callista
played
Braum
out-
alt combo is definitely a landed kill.
Ah,
Leona will come in handy here if she can step aside from Vayne when she's hit by Callista's ult.
Yeah,
and immediately plays the stun
plus,
to
because
stop
of the
Braum
lock-in
using his
stun,
instead.
Because of the lock-in stun, it's good against any ADCs for Vayne and Leona lane.
And so we see a Cassiopeia. I haven't seen a Cassiopeia in a long time. In a
I'm
really long
expecting
time.
them to go back to the Callista, honestly. Oh, Tristana. Now, this is going to
Wow.
be a fair matchup, but Vayne is going to be heavily pushed in and denied farm.
And it's not only that, Tristana Braum is also a really good combo pick because of the Vayne and concussive blows stacks and Tristana's time bomb or something stack as well. And Tristana pick is mainly due to the gap closers of the purple team. Irelia and Skarner will try to get onto Tristana, right?
Pretty much. Pretty much.
The combination on the blue team is a little weird because Jace is a full poke. A lot of people would say Cassiopeia is a poke champion, but she like against this lineup, she really won't be able to get close enough to be doing any damage.
Is Cassiopeia going for Runeblade?
It is possible, but I
There's
don't
no
thi-
point because
I
don't
don't think Cassiopeia is a really good pick, cause you have a Leona
I
who can
personally
engage.
haven't seen Yasuo bot playing Cassiopeia. Have you guys seen him?
I haven't seen him play a Cassiopeia either. It's been a while.
He's a really good Yasuo. He hasn't, but I haven't seen him playing AP carries.
No, I mean Yasuo and Cassiopeia are like completely different people. Yasuo is just an amazing assassin type compared to a Cassiopeia who has
Cass-
to stand there and plan ahead of time.
And
Now,
spam.
against the Lux, they both will have an even farming lane.
I guess.
But if Cassiopeia can dodge one bind, she does. Like at level 6, she has the upper hand because Lux will just disappear if Cassiopeia lands her ulti. But before that, in a 1v1, Lux will deal a little bit more damage to Cassiopeia because Lux has the range to stay out of her poison range. Cassiopeia's poison damage.
It'll be interesting to see if Cassiopeia can actually, stack up her poison stacks. Can stack up her passive. It'll be interesting. But in my opinion, Cassiopeia is not exactly a very good pick, cause you see they have a Skarner, which can just ult you and just take you back, and then you have Leona who can just come in, use the Zenith Blade and then stun you, and you have a Irelia who also jumps at you. So I don't think Cassiopeia is a really good pick.
No. Considering what you just said, Cassiopeia is a very defensive pick in the nature that Skarner, Leona, Irelia, and Vayne, who has a very short range, are all going to be up front facing you people. The only person who's going to be well out of range is Lux, and these people have to come in at you. Now, a well-placed ult from Cassiopeia creates a very good disengage or a counter engage.
That's true.
But the thing here is that Cassiopeia is not running cleanse or heal. So it's the first gang, you burn flash, and from the second time around, it's an easy kill. So suppose the game goes past the 30-minute mark, if Cassiopeia is taking blue and enemy team's just shoving the jungle and they come across him, flash ult from Skarner, she's dead. So that's a big problem playing Cassiopeia.
But what do you guys?
You need to have an escape other than flash.
Yeah. So one more thing I would like to say. What do you guys think about Jason Aurelia? That Jace pick was quite a shocker, in my opinion. I've never seen him play
First
Jace.
of all, looking at the spells, we realized that Nephilim's going for the lane win rather than team fights, or TP plays, right?
Yeah.
Hence the ignite running of ignite. And second of all, I personally don't play top that often, but I'm not sure. Like
Nyohai, what do you think?
they're both very skillful top laners, both of them. Montreal Jihadist is a really good top laner, and we all know Nephilim as well for his
Hmm.
top lane plays. It actually depends on how they play and what their mentality is, so either to farm or to poke and go for kills. And
Considering
Irelia is mainly used to split push, mainly, and as she has TP, she can really go split all the time because she can easily TP in and join in the team fights, right?
Hmm.
And with Leona landing a proper combo of her ult, Irelia can jump on any of their AD carry or AP carries and delete them. And above that, think the purple team has a bit more duration in team fights because of the extra tankiness, right?
Yeah, that's true.
that's true, they have the extra tankiness
Yeah,
for the team
they
fights,
have that
but
extra
looking at the
tankiness.
composition, they don't seem to really be going for a team fight oriented composition. If you consider Vayne and Leona, if they Vayne is more of a duelist than a team fight.
The thing here is that what we'll see before team fights is Lux landing Lucent Singularity in the Q on Lux. If she hits the Q, we will probably see Leona going in with Zenith Blade, right? That's probably the
The
smartest
follow
thing
up
to
is
do.
very
Yeah,
strong. The follow up is very
yeah,
strong, but all of it depends on Lux landing the bind.
yeah. And blue team is more likely to be better in camping. So
Ac-
the purple team should focus on warding properly because if you take a look at it, Evelyn ult slows and you land a Braum ult and Cassiopeia ult, you shouldn't stay alive for long, right?
But what I'm really expecting from the blue team is, oh, there's another pause.
Ah, the legendary pause.
Yeah, so as I was saying, what I'm expecting from the blue team, if they had planned the Tristana from beforehand, taking Jace is a very good idea because I expect them to be clustering up in the mid lane probably,
Yeah.
halfway through the game, where they'll be pushing turrets instead of trying to fight, because the purple team's lineup looks like they want picks instead of a straight up fight. Yes, they have a lot of single target lockdown. There's a Skarner, the Leona with her limitless stuns, and of course, I really can just go into a fight. But they'll have to pick a single target. If they pick Tristana, you have Cassiopeia just standing there spamming poison. If you target Cassiopeia, on the other hand, Tristana is just going to blow your team apart. Vayne becomes an easy target there as well because Jace can poke down before the fight starts and then just dive in whenever he wants. Because
Yeah,
he is most probably not going to be the target,
and
even though he is probably going to be dealing out the most
on
damage.
another note, the purple team gets stronger every minute throughout the game. All of them, like literal late game gods, with a Leona getting tankier and tankier, Skarner becoming a monster, and then there's Vayne. But on the other hand, if you look at the blue team, Cassiopeia and Tristana are the only ones that go good into the late game. Evelyn and Jace, it depends on what Evelyn builds into. Either Runeglaive or Cinderhulk or even Devourer, we'll see. But blue team lacks the scaling into late game. Tristana's good, I mean, definitely good, but then there's Cassiopeia as well, but the rest three are not that much late game champions, are they?
No, that's why I was thinking. Their lineup really shows that
Focuses
they
on
want to be
pushing
pushed.
down
They want to
turrets and
clear
yeah,
waves, push
yeah.
turrets, get the objectives, and they have so much peel. With Jace's gates, they can run away. With Brom's slow, his ulti.
And
Evelyn's
Cassiopeia
ulti does the
poisons.
same. Cassiopeia has her poison that's slow. She has her ult that she can stop everyone with. If Tristana is caught out, she can ult out of there as well. She can jump.
Yeah.
She can ult somebody. Now, purple team, they really have to make a catch, and then they're gonna have to focus on somebody, lock them down, and then annihilate them. So what I'm expecting from the purple team is them to play smarter, use more tactics. Like it should have come into this with a strategy. They're going to be split pushing. There's an Irelia on the team with a teleport.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Lux
the
has the fair,
leniency
yes.
that the purple team has because of that Irelia TP. So Irelia can go on and keep splitting, right? And in team fight, she can just join in. And suppose for early dragons, the purple team is really in favor, highly in favor because of that TP play. They can kill even the support from the red team, I mean the blue team, they can easily take the drag.
Yeah, that is a very good point. That would be very interesting to see, but I can't imagine Vayne pushing up a lane against a Tristana who has so much wave clear.
They won't push, exactly. It's better for the TP plays, right? The TP plays become easier.
Given there's an Evelyn on the blue team's side, they're actually gonna have an easier time getting to the dragon. Tristana can easily push up the lane, let Vayne scrape for what little farm she'll get under her turret.
The point in playing Vayne is that you're gonna lose lane.
You're going to lose lane hard.
Definitely, you're gonna lose lane. It's proven unless you have a godlike jungler who camps bot lane only. Other than that, you're never supposed to win lane with Vayne.
Yeah,
And
so
here's the catch: you lose the first turret. If Tristana takes down the first turret from bot lane, it becomes easier for Vayne for the solo farm. And Leona can, like, we have to keep this in mind. Leona can easily roam, and the low CD on her ult helps her to roam and get kills for her teammate. That is.
yeah, I am expecting a lot of deep
Roaming,
ward
yeah.
vision from Leona, given the fact that with this update, Garner's crystals in the jungle make him so mobile. He should be able to move around very freely.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Highly mobile. The purple team is highly mobile. It's like Irelia, the build Irelia goes has movement speed in it, and then there's mobility boots obviously from Leona, and Skarner has his crystals, and Vayne. So, well, here goes.
The game has resumed, and of course Jace has started with his little poke.
Okay, guys, what are your timings? So let's match it. Sometimes spec has
27, 28, 29, 30.
Yeah.
you know what?
31?
Yeah.
33? Yeah, it's the same. And
Wait,
what-
guys, wait. I think it's the same.
Yeah, and the thing here is move away your cursor. Let that directed camera work so that we see the same thing at the same time. So we don't like go and talk about something else. Maybe there is a fight in top lane and a fight in dragon, but the directed camera where it goes, we should focus on that.
Yeah, just pull the camera when something else
Yeah,
important
just pull
comes.
it away.
And
Yeah.
we still
Naturally,
have
later on
pause.
directive.
And another pause.
The wards begin and the
And
pauses come out.
resuming. Yeah.
And
Do you
there's
think they will
another-
try to invade? Any thoughts?
I don't think the purple team or the blue team will invade at this point, because if the blue team wants to invade, if they get caught, it's a first blood for the purple team. But if the purple team comes in, I don't think they can even start anything, because the Evelyn will be shading around and roaming around, and they can't see the Evelyn. So
And
basically,
another thing, because of Brown's passive, you can actually get first blood easily. In
So-
case of this.
I highly doubt there will be
But
an
there's
invade.
something else to consider here. If the red team invades, it stays at 3v3 until Irelia chooses to TPN. If she can TPN, get an early kill. That's just gonna snowball her.
That's
Yeah.
true.
It's kind of like this. If Tristana burns her rocket jump, and after that Irelia can TPN, it's a sure kill. We see Skarner starting blue and Evelyn starting trucks.
Nikolai, what do you think about the bot? You said that the Tristana will be pushing a lot, so I guess we'll be expecting a lot of Skarner ganks in the bot lane.
That would be nice to see, but Skarner coming in pre-level 6 is going to be fairly useless against a Braum, who's going to slow him the minute he sees him.
They'll just back off.
I mean, it's going to depend heavily on whether... Okay, there's already a lot of pressure coming in from Jace.
I expect the Jace to go very, very aggro on Aurelia.
He is
'cause Jace-
going aggro, but in the process, he is missing out on a little farm. Considering how far he's pushed up,
I guess he was aiming that from the beginning.
well, he has twice as much farm right now, but not significant.
Now, I guess he's aiming for that. I guess he was aiming for, pushing Aurelia, not letting Aurelia farm, because, if Aurelia gets that farm, gets that Triforce.
Oh, a lot
Oh.
of counter damage is put on.
And Jace
Yes.
missed his Q. If Jace hit that Q, I think Irelia should have been dead.
No, I really
Yeah, the
wouldn't,
Q and the Ignite should have been placed for that kill. The bot lane I'm very surprised about because Tristana is actually being pushed out. I mean, he's playing incredibly safe.
I think it's
Um,
maybe he's scared of that Leona engages. I
but
guess.
but to be really fair, Braum and Tristana should out
And we can see that Evelyn, guys. Can you see that Evelyn?
Evelyn is coming in through the jungle.
Evelyn is
With
sitting
her
here.
red buff. I am expecting,
A gank.
but we're
Oh, wait.
not going to see one.
I guess they're not
Oh,
because I don't
Odin, I believe, is trying to set
gank
himself up a
through
lane
the.
gank. And AFK Madness has gone in too far. Too soon. Odin is probably cursing his ass off right now.
And we can see Skarner going mid. Think Skarner might gank mid right now.
Garner has
He
already made position.
And that's a
The
good.
bind has landed. No flash has been spent. Cassiopeia just walks out of there and pops a pot. Considering farm, all of the lanes are fairly even right now. The most surprising fact is that Tristana is slightly behind in a Braum Tristana composition, where Tristana is actually very, very safe. He should be pushing the lane up, denying Vayne farm. Allowing Vayne to farm this easily is really going to cost the blue team.
I guess this is how Turtle Duck plays or something, because if it was, I don't know, I'm not very experienced with the ADC role, but I've seen many Tristana Braum comps. Tristanas tend to push a lot. In this case, Tristana isn't. I guess he's trying to, trying to freeze the lane or something, trying to...
Tristana freezing the lane when she has her explosive charge passive.
I mainly think that
They're afraid of ganks.
freezing is because for Evelyn ganks. Yeah, because there is no counter to Evelyn ganks because of her passive, right?
Yeah, that's true.
You barely see her from that. And once the lane is pushed, if Braum lands his Q, that case it's easy to follow up, right? Tristana has rocket jump, which has an AoE slow, and Leona doesn't have any like knockback or something. Vayne can always condemn, but with an Evelyn around, I think they can like work out ganks easier.
Considering
Skarner pre-6 is literally
there is a
useless.
gank coming in the top lane, but
Evelyn
Evelyn
is...
is just
there is
walking
a
up.
counter gank coming in also.
I guess Evelyn's gonna just, dive
Evelyn
in.
just walks
And
in. Oh, there is a counter gank applied.
Yeah, and probably
And
I guess
Aurelia
the first
should
blood
be
from
going down
Aurelia.
here. First
Yeah,
blood goes
they're
over the
the first
jungler
blood.
of the blue team.
And
I
we
guess-
see another trade in bot lane as well.
There is a roam coming in from the mid lane. Lux is coming up.
But Lux
but-
has really low
Low mana, and
so
she is
it's
probably
pretty
wasting her.
pointless.
She's
just-
walking back
yeah.
the long way.
And I guess Lux roaming was a really bad idea because you're letting that Cassiopeia farm.
It's not
Lux
that much
roaming
farm
would have
difference,
been a
I
good
think.
idea if they had planned it ahead of time.
Yeah.
She just walked out of lane and missed a lot of farm,
Yeah.
which gave
We
Cassiopeia
see
was
probably
actually
an
behind a
invade
couple of
from
farms.
Jace and Evelyn. We see probably invade.
Now, what you were saying about the bot lane, them freezing so that Evelyn could easily gank the lane. Evelyn has been playing for a very long time on the other side of the map. They should be changing up the tactics, and if that was their idea, it's not working. They're not implementing it well.
I guess, yeah.
Okay, so
Why is Braum standing there? Yeah, he...
a pause. A pause might be the answer.
Braum is probably DC'd again.
Zahin, are you here?
Yeah, yeah.
They say your stream is lagging. I don't know. I can't see it yet.
Okay.
Can anyone check? The deal. I checked your stream before. Did the routing change make any effect or something?
Hey, wake up.
So Nabil spoking me and he's saying that the commentary and the stream timing, it's not matching.
Ah.
Let me poke him and ask if there's lag.
Please ask him.
Yeah, sometimes I can see on the OBS that the bandwidth's dropping a bit. It's coming down to 1000 sometimes. Is that a problem?
Is it going red?
Sometimes.
There's FPS drop. Yep. You're having an FPS drop.
Yeah, I guess it's because of that 30 FPS lock-in.
Tristana should be fighting here, but she's running away. There's a last hit away from the concussive blows, and Braum is definitely going down. Braum goes down. Tristana played that very defensively.
That was really bad from Tristana's point of view. If you just stack on the exhausted vein, it's an easy trade, right?
It really is. Oh, there is a
And-
gank as well.
yeah,
A stun
there's
goes
that.
in. A flash is used. A kill goes over to Skarner. Vayne could have really used that.
But Vane's 101 with the CS lead on Tristana as well, so it's probably...
Zahin,
Yeah, Bolin?
can you off the stream a bit?
Sure.
Off the stream. What are you gonna do is this.
Is it okay now?
Checking. Okay. What's your time, Filmeister, on the game?
1050.
10:50. Okay. Guys, why are we quiet? Guys,
Yeah, sorry. I was checking out the stream to see whether our commentary and the game that we were watching matched.
okay. Is it okay now? Is it okay there or something?
It seems like the commentary is about 1 second off.
I guess. I don't know. The stream looks a bit okay to me. I don't know why they're saying lag.
Okay, let's get back into the game.
Anyway, is it lagging?
The stream.
Yeah,
There's a little FPS drop from what I can see.
a little FPS drop.
Yeah, that's what it appears like.
It looks fine now. Anyways, so let's back at the game, and we can see Evelyn going in with the ult, and wow, Vayne just got annihilated there. I guess it'll be another kill. It should be another kill.
It should be another kill. Tristana flies in, lands the hits.
But Vayne did get annihilated in that instance, and we can see a top lane fight, and Jace is losing out.
There's a top lane fight and there is a gank in the middle lane. The ignite will not kill Irelia in the top.
Oh,
And
that's a,
Cassiopeia barely escapes. She takes the wrong route and... Oh, the binding missed, but Skarner should pick this up.
and Evelyn's there.
Evelyn comes in, but she seems a little hesitant. She flies in. Is she going to get the kill? The barrier
Oh,
goes
there's
out,
a barrier,
Vine
there's a
comes
barrier.
out as well. Skarner is going to re-engage on that, but Evelyn escapes. Looking at the gold differences, Irelia is up about 500 gold on Jace. That could be due to the 20 CS difference. Skarner is also up about 600 gold. The other lanes are doing fairly even. Even the supports are even Tristana's item build. She went for the BF sword and the pickaxe, but she's also got 2 Doran's blades. Vayne is going straight for her expected Rune King build. Coldblood had spoken about Leona roaming. Leona roaming toward deep for Skarner would have been very good, especially given the fact that Tristana is playing so defensively. She's not pushing up the lane at all. This is definitely not a tactic. Even in the team fights, we saw that she was a little hesitant. I think she's a little not confident today. Duck seems to be playing too defensively.
Or
even
maybe,
considering the
or
plan
maybe
they had for
she has
Evelyn.
or maybe she has a scare, a scare issue for Vayne perhaps. Maybe the Tristana player is scared of Vayne for some reason. In the top lane, we can see Nephilim is missing out on,
Quite a bit of CS.
and Nephilim is missing the pokes, the accelerator gate and the Q pokes. And we can
Irelia takes a huge chunk out of Nephilim. Irelia is definitely winning this matchup.
and then there's that gank, and
There's another gank in the mid lane. Oh, the bot lane roamed up. There are 4 people in the mid lane right now. They could easily push this turret out, but it seems like everyone is going back to their own lanes. Tristana is actually going back. I'm guessing she has enough money to upgrade an item.
maybe I think Tristana's gonna get that get that Infinity right now, that IE right now. I think she has enough gold for that. Oh, she doesn't. She didn't get anything.
She
Where
buys
is
nothing.
go-
She backs for nearly no reason. She misses out on a huge wave of farm, including the siege mini in the bottom lane. A little pressure is put down on... Oh, there is a gank in the top lane. Irelia seems to have spotted it. And Odin just flashed, just smited a minion.
I think he just over a bit slow. I think he didn't look at that or something. He just pressed it and it was on a minion.
That slow could have really helped deal some damage onto Real Jihadist. No kills. Nephilim is probably going down here. Oh no, the
Or
Ignite
not.
cast and Odin just takes that kill. Garner comes in for the counter gank a little too late. Irelia dying here would have been very, very useful for Jace if he could have stayed in the lane, but he comes down too low. And there is another pause.
Wait.
Which TS were they in?
I have no idea. What's your password again, Filmaestro? Can you please tell me your password?
It's KTHXBAI.
I guess they paused for a TS or something.
Yes, they did.
I gave them the TS thing, so fine. Okay, so we wait. Nimolhai,
Yes.
tell me why exactly there's a 15 CS difference between Vayne and Tristana, and a kill difference. Does that one kill get Tristana even to the the amount of gold Vayne has, or it's the same? It's about the same. What do you think?
No, a kill is about 26 CS on its own.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you look at the goal differences, the goal difference is about 30 gold
Hey,
right now.
wake up.
That goal difference should be a lot bigger, considering the fact that Tristana should be pushing up the lane. Her playing so defensively on a Tristana against a Vayne who is just free farming in the lane, practically, is a really scary thing for the blue team. If Vayne has this much freedom in farming, which should not be the case, she is considered a late game hyper carry for a
Hey,
reason.
wake up.
Her early game is incredibly weak, especially against the Tristana who should be pushing the lane. The blue team is not taking advantage of the difference in the bot lane. We just saw Leona back. Vayne is in the lane alone, and Braum and Tristana are not capitalizing on it. There is definitely either a communication problem or a confidence issue on the blue side. Garner is standing at the top turret. He may be backing or he's taking a different route. They're planning on a gank. He has a red buff on him. That should really help against Nephilim, who had used his flash in the previous engage. The red team has really done a good job of warding the river on the bottom side of the map. Scanner can be seen going in. Nephilim is aware of
Nephilim
something
just
going
got-
wrong and he runs out.
There was a ward there as well, so he did have that idea. And Evelyn is moving around the mid lane, doing nothing.
Evelyn has had a couple of good ganks, more than a couple, but she is wasting a lot of time walking around. If you'll take a look at the CS difference, she's about 30 CS behind, even though she has 2 kills and 3 assists. At this moment, she could be farming up the jungle and
He should be farming up the
evening
jungle.
it up. I mean, if you look at the map, there are really no gank opportunities right now, even though the mid lane and Evelyn are roaming down bot.
I'll guess there'll be a bot lane gank. Maybe.
But as I had said, the red team have done a really good job of warding the river. They will be very prepared for any ganks. Cassiopeia is seen going back. Skarner is coming down the river.
But Evelyn's there already.
He looks a little confused. Braum is in a spot to cut him out. Evelyn is in the bot lane as well. Both teams are very ready for the gank and counter gank. But Skarner is actually falling back, and Cassiopeia is running down the river to ward. That was very risky. Evelyn is committed to this lane at the moment, but she's wasting a lot of time. There's
And
an
there's the
engage on
engage.
Tristana. Even
Odin
flies
flashes
in, misses her ult. A TP is coming in from the top lane. Vayne picks up another kill. Tristana has been slowed and stunned. AFK Madness's ultimate comes in a little too late. Lux
And there are
tries
5
to
people
steal
there.
it.
And there's 5 people there.
There are 5 people in the bot lane. I'm expecting a push on this turret. Oh, Irelia is falling back. Skarner has just left the lane. They could have kept it out. Irelia decides to stay. There is a call for the dragon from the red.
I guess they'll get the turret and then they'll probably go for the dragon.
The 2 objectives are being picked up simultaneously off of the double kill in the bot lane. The mid lane is coming over the dragon for no reason, honestly. Where she could have been pushing out the mid lane. Cassiopeia is a little out of position, but it doesn't seem like anyone's gonna punish her for it. Vayne picks up the scuttler. Finally, Evelyn spots the pink ward that has been baning her jungle. All the lanes are fairly even, except the top lane has been pushed in by the blue team. Irelia, who has been fairly dominating her lane against Jace, against Nephilim, who is considered such a good top laner. It's a little surprising that Nephilim spends so much time trying to poke down an Irelia instead of farming, where he could have really done well. Jace is in the middle lane, deals a little damage to Lux, but then falls back. Leona and Vayne are in their own jungle on the top side, and it seems like they're rotating.
So we can see that Cassiopeia is a bit ahead of Lux in terms of CS. Also has a kill. Cassiopeia also has that Ludens, whereas Lux has only that Athene's Unholy Grail. Neohai, what do you think Lux is going to build to next? What item is she going to get from that, that codex? That
There
ability
are
to
just
work.
so many options. I haven't really seen her trying to fight it out in the middle lane. She's been trying to focus on the farm. She's been missing out a little. Oh, the red team is invading the blue side jungle. Skarner is a little out of place. A ward spots him though. Skarner
I think
picks up
Skarner
the
just wants that.
crystal. They're probably gonna really close in on the top tier turret. And engage attempt. Nephilim has been caught out. There are too many stuns here. Lux throws out her ulti. Another kill on Nephilim, who was just caught
But we can
slightly
see
out of
Tristan-
position, even though they had spotted Skarner.
But
Tristana on the bot lane is really pushing in the turret. She gets another one for her team.
so I guess the blue team gets a kill, but red team gets 2 turrets. The outer and the inner one.
No, the red team get a kill and a tier 1 turret. The blue team counter
Tier
it with
2.
one tier 2 turret from the bottom lane. This game seems a little messy. Everyone seems a little confused if you take a look at their movements. Right now, Bane is just farming in the bot lane. Braum is roaming around in top side, the blue side jungle. Even though they just finished a fight there was really no need for him to be there. He should be warding out the bottom lane, the bottom side jungle a bit more so that Tristana has a little safety, or she feels a bit more safe farming in that lane. What I really like about the red team right now is, an engage on Evelyn and she just goes down. What I really like is how Leona and Irelia are roaming together so that no one really is in that much danger. Leona is doing an amazing job of warding out, and Irelia is just really supporting that. Vayne is free farming. Nephilim is pushing up the top lane. Garner is pushing in the middle lane. Lux is going off to try to fend Nephilim off. Cassiopeia finally manages to catch up and defend her mid turret. There seems to be no answer for Vayne's farming. He's on the tier 2 right now. Tristana is bound to be spotted by that ward, but that was a beautiful condemn.
But I guess
Wow, Faith is really playing a good Vayne right now. She is fended off by the turret. She just went 1v1 and then continued that fight onto the second person. She almost picked up a double kill there. Vayne really was given too much freedom to fight.
and there's the
Leona just made a huge mistake.
I guess they made that plan,
And seemed to be Okay, the kill is taken. Lux is probably gonna pay for it. No, Skarner is going down. That was a very, very
bad
unnecessary engage by Leona. She took 2 turret hits before she decided, no, I'm gonna go in for the stun. She lands the stun.
And then Cassiopeia just goes in with the ult. So now we can see. Wait, no, the minions have been cleared, so Jace cannot take down that tier 1 turret in the mid lane. And Aurelia has moved to the mid lane. And there is no ward. I guess Aurelia will just engage on. No, he did engage on the Braum. The Braum did flash, and Nephilim just poking, just damaging, and I think there's a miscommunication between Jace and others, and there's the Tristana. Oh, and it was a kill for the red team, and Tristana also gets a kill. But Tristana just goes back with the rocket jump. Nihoi, are you here? I guess he's AFK.
Hey, wake up.
So, um, Nihoi, are you back?
I'm back. I'm sorry.
Ah.
There was a little problem with my TS.
Okay. Never mind. Nihoi, can you just scroll down your timer a bit? We are a bit behind in commentary. I've been, people are telling me that there is a bit. We are a bit behind. So just scroll it a bit back. I guess.
Yeah, I'm on 27:15 right now. The dragon just went down.
Can you scroll it
I'm
back
here
a bit?
there as well.
Okay, then. So we
There
can.
is a huge fight going on.
And
The
bomb
dragon is
just
taken.
go-
What?
Brom goes down and Brom went down. Evelyn going for Irelia flashing out. Tristana following. I don't know why is that happening.
Okay, I just tried to match the timers and yeah, everything. My timer seemed to be perfectly fine with the stream. There is a little pressure on the mid turret. The mid turret is definitely going down here.
I guess yeah, the mid turret is going definitely.
Tristana goes in, gives a little extra oomph to Lux. The teams are clustering. The teams are finally really clustering in the lane, and as soon as I say that, everyone spreads out. Two people are backing on the blue team. Vayne is just still going at her farm. I'm very, very surprised that Tristana is behind on farm. She has 4 kills to Vayne's 1, but
Vayne
and
has
she
3.
is
Vayne has
about
3.
400 gold up. But
Vayne has 3 kills.
yes, that's 1 kill above
Oh.
Vayne. So yeah, even with the slight CS difference, Tristana is up around 400 gold. The teams are really, really even right now.
I guess what the blue team should do is just get a team fight. Just go ahead with the team fight. They did pick a team fight comp, and it'll be pretty darn good if they just do a team fight. The purple team will struggle in a team fight, in my opinion. But let's see.
Another fight has just broken out in the mid lane. AFK Madness barely escapes that. 2 people go down for the purple team. Yeah, so the blue team finally do what they were meant to be doing the entire time. They're pushing out the mid lane. They're pushing out a lane. They're putting a little pressure. They couldn't capitalize on that, and they could have put a bit more damage down on the turret. Vayne was off in the top lane. I'm guessing. Wow. Jace is doing a lot of damage to Lux right now.
Yeah, Jace is doing a lot of damage to Lux now, because Jace has that Black Cleaver and that Mana Mune, which has not turned into a Muramana just yet. He also has a pickaxe, so that's a lot of damage. I'm probably guessing he'll be getting that that LW pretty soon, and Tristana getting that red buff, and then backing off. So, Nihoi, what do you think? What should the purple team do in order to win team fights against the blue team? What should the purple team do right now?
Well, they've already started their process. I mean, like I said, they have a very good pick-oriented team. They do have a lot of tanks who can withstand a lot of damage in a team fight, but they're very composed for the picks, and they had initially really, really well warded the bottom side of the river. That vision seems to be falling off a little. I don't have the dragon timer right now, but there is no vision there. Leona is still roaming around. She has really done a good job warding, but that vision seems to be falling off a little. they just warded the middle top side of their own jungle. There is an engage on Braum of all people, who is taking a surprising amount of damage, and she just might be going down. Vayne continues this fight. I don't think she seems to know. Oh, that was a very, very beautifully placed condemn. Vayne goes down by taking out 3 people. The turret falls.
Cassiopeia takes
That
down
was a
Vayne.
3-for-1 trade and a turret for the purple side. Yeah, I mean, they found somebody who was standing there alone and they capitalized on it.
Yeah, I guess he shouldn't have done that in my opinion.
Now, Braum thought he was safe because the turret was still there. He just didn't realize that he was slightly out of its range.
So, Nimoy, what do you think about the Cassiopeia build with the... I guess it's fine with the Cassiopeia, but what is your opinion about that?
Yeah, it's a playful champion who you don't expect to see here. And it is a playful build. But Cassiopeia honestly seems to be the only person who is confident enough to make these, to stay in lane, to farm, to put a little pressure on her counterpart. The top lane was having trouble. There is
And
another
Leona
engage coming in that should be going off.
And I guess Leona I guess Lux will be dead now. Jace did go on him and Jace killed him off.
Okay, the shutdown
knockout.
gold for Nephilim on his Jace will be very good. A double kill. Garner goes down. That should really help Jace get back into
And I
the
guess
game.
they'll get
He has
that
such a
turret now.
shaky start.
I guess they'll get
Irelia
that
is
turret.
backing off when the mid turret is going to be under pressure. Vayne and Leona just are not enough. The turret goes down very quickly. A lot of damage is dealt out to Vayne from long distance.
The dragon is coming in 9 seconds. I think the blue team has already noticed that, so I guess they'll go for that dragon right now. This will be their first dragon. Their first dragon in the game, so and I don't think the red team can contest this. They have no position whatsoever to contest this, and the blue team gets that dragon. So Nemo bhai,
Yes.
are you here? So tell us about the build differences between Vayne and Tristana, and how it will affect the game now.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that question?
What do you think the impact of the ADCs will be now, since we see a Vayne with a Bloodthirster, Phantom Dancer, and a Blade of the Ruin King, whereas the Tristana has a Static Shiv and Infinity. Sorry, my bad. I forget the
It's
part.
perfectly
And
yeah,
the last whisper.
the items, the advantage that the blue team had, the red team had with all of their wards, it seems to be fading. Right now the wards are in a very defensive position, as they should be, but not widespread enough. Vayne is really gonna have to find somebody out, like the way they caught Braum in the mid lane. Other than that, there's not really much that she can do. Braum is being caught out, but even after that in the fight, he's being able to cast a bunch of CC to help peel or set up a kill. Jace is doing what we need him to be doing, which is doing a little poke
guess
damage.
this
There
will be
is a
an engage
fight
now.
in the jungle. Leona's
And,
ulti misses everybody. Lux is
Tristana goes
standing
down.
very far. Her ult hits 4 people, but not enough damage is dealt. 3 people go down. This is definitely going to be an ace, but are they going to get a counter kill? No, it's a clean ace. But there is no objective that anyone can pick up. Everyone is too low on their HP bars.
That was, I would say, a very bad engage from the blue side. They went in the blue side of the red team without a single ward. There's not even a single ward there, and they just went in without knowing who's there, who can counter engage them, and Leona just counter engages with that solar flare from behind, and Leona and Tristana just gets caught. Tristana getting caught, as well as Cassiopeia also getting bursted down. That was a really big blow for the blue team. Don't you agree, Novai?
Oh yeah, that was a very messy fight. It would have lasted a shorter duration had Leona's ult actually landed on anyone, but somehow Arvio managed to escape that. Um, Lux just ulted in the river to try to steal the blue, and did she
And
get
he
it? And she did get the
get
blue.
it.
That's
did get
gonna
that
cost Evelyn. Evelyn was 2-0 and 3. Now she's 2-5 and 10. Still having her assist up, but she has gone down a bunch of times.
What the?
Okay, the red side warding has started to push back up, and that is something that they really need. I think they just got a little boost in confidence after that team fight, because in a straight up team fight, the blue team deals a lot of damage and they have a lot of peel, but they were caught off in the jungle where they didn't have enough escape routes.
And no vision. So it was a really bad fight. Anyways, from the blue team, I think what the blue team should do right now is just take them to where they want the purple team to be, and then get that fight. Do not charge in blindly. They just charged in blindly in the last fight, and they just lost miserably. It's quite miserable in my opinion. So I hope the blue team make better choices for fights.
The blue team should really stick to setting up a push on the top or bot lane and then pushing straight down the middle. Somebody has to... Irelia should be split pushing as well, but she doesn't seem to be doing that. She seems to be in a very defensive position right now. She is hit by Nephilim on a shock blast. Wards are being placed around the Baron pit, but I don't think anything is actually going to come of it. The blue team is going back to the middle lane. Even after the turret's being pushed. The red team is about 4k, 3k above in gold as a whole. There's a huge cluster in the by the blue team in the mid lane. They seem to be pushing up the lane. I believe they want a Baron, but they haven't really dewarded the place enough.
I guess they're already going for it, and the red team...
They're all at the Baron. No, they're setting up a push in the top lane.
I guess they assume there's a ward there. I don't know why they're clustering to push. They should... If they want to push, I think they should just split it. They just split for it.
I'm very surprised to see that Odin on the Evelyn does not have a sweeper yet. And there is also only one sweeper on the purple side. Both teams have really picked up their warding game, but dewarding has not been a question yet. I guess the tier 2 turret is going to be pressured right now. There aren't enough people. Okay, everyone. Yeah, this should be a clean defense. Nephilim isn't really landing his poke. At least he's landing it on the wrong target. Tristana will not be able to get in to deal any damage on the turret. Playing very defensive. There's a pause.
So, how the game is going, for me, I would say the game is still even. Even if there's a bit of a lead on the red team. So anyways, what I would like, one more thing I would like to add, Yohai.
Yes.
Since the last fights, we haven't seen Cassiopeia doing much. Why do you think that is happening?
Because she's not being able to get into a safe position.
What's causing that? The disruptions from their miscommunications, or how well the purple team is picking them up?
If you'll notice that the team fights, I emphasize on team because the blue team is really all there. 5 people are there, but one person just seems to step out of line a little bit and gets caught. So there is about 1 to 1.5 seconds where it's more of a 5v1 before it becomes the 5v5, and in that case, Cassiopeia is bound to panic because it's normally one of the tanks who are getting caught. There is a lot of lockdown on the purple team. The tank is being caught and then bursts down to less than half of his HP in such a short duration that Cassiopeia is right now probably wondering, and they're probably saying, they're confused as to whether do we continue the fight or do we start peeling. So Cassiopeia, with that mindset, who is such a squishy target, does not want to go in anywhere near a stun because they're catching Braum, but Leona's ult is still available. Leona's stun still being available is always such a risk for a Cassiopeia who has to get into that position. And there's Lux who can do the long range damage. So yeah, I think it's fear that is probably keeping Cassiopeia out of the fights.
So, I think Cassiopeia is not gonna go for that Zonia right now because he has that needlessly large rod. So it's probably a Zonia. I don't think he's gonna go for a Battle's death. He's going for a death cap or something. He's probably gonna go for a Zonia. On the other side, the Lux, doesn't really have any items, so I really can't say what Lux is gonna go for. We can see a couple, some HP from Vayne. Vayne has a Spectre's Cowl and the health thing. I don't know the name. And what's the name of that health item? And there's Cassiopeia.
The game just resumes and immediately there's a fight. Leona's ult goes down, but she has a concussive blow on her. Vayne is definitely gonna go in for this. Lux throws out a bind which doesn't really hit anybody. They're chasing the Braum. I really should take out... Okay, there is a lot of death in this second. There is another pause. Yeah, I was expecting that. The pause came in...
Wait.
The game was unpaused before the blue team confirmed that there was going to be a resume, and that's why the fight came in so suddenly. Yeah, that is gonna cause a little bit of a problem. Tristana is caught out and she goes down as well. So that was a 5-for-1. A little unfair in my opinion in Gage. Yeah, the Baron is being started off by the red team.
It wasn't unfair actually because the red team did say they're resuming. They did say it.
Yeah, they did say they're resuming, but come on, sportsmanship, you wait for the other team to confirm that, yeah, we're okay, we're ready for it.
Now,
the Baron goes down really quickly, very, very uncontested since there's no one really to contest it.
There was only one person who was not there. The blue team did say, before they said resuming, that our players here. So, 4 of them were here. There was just one person who was missing. I think you didn't see that. Cassiopeia
I saw that.
Cassiopeia walked in the turret.
You say I'm resuming, and then the other team doesn't respond. That means something is up. Somebody had said wait before the just when the resume is coming in. The dragon goes down as well. 2 objectives are taken by the red team off of that team fight.
That would affect a lot. I think that fight would affect the blue team a lot.
The purple team is now up about 7,000 gold after a team fight where they killed 4 people. A Baron was taken and a dragon. They were very fortunate that the timings matched and they managed to pick up 2 objectives. 2 very massive objectives since the red team is now on 3 dragons. Whereas the blue team is only on 1. The blue team really need to keep their composure right now. They are fully capable of pushing out the lanes. A banner of command would have been really, really nice on a Braum right now. They could have set up a push in one lane and then pushed out the other lane. Since the tier 2 turret is gone in the bottom lane, they could have tried to capitalize on that. Everyone should be prepared for the mid turret defense because purple team is coming in full squad with their Baron buff minions. There is a push coming in from the bottom lane as well. Nephilim's Shock Blast doesn't seem to be doing much damage to the minions right now.
it's Baron minions. I guess the Baron minions are immune to shock blast. But Evelyn just walked in now, and Tristana took a bit of damage as well.
Tristana
And
did take a little bit of damage, and she has barely any lifesteal with her only a Vampire Scepter. But they do have a lot of wave clear on the blue side team. So, okay, that is a lot of damage put on Yasuo bot. Braum is again in a bad spot. He's taking half of his HP, just standing there. They probably shouldn't be able to defend this turret very well anymore. It might even go down if they focus a little bit on it. The blue team is still sticking around, so that means the inhib is gone as well. The red team have the option of rotating down to the bot lane where there's a huge wave pushing in. They should be able to push in and take... Oh, the turret is less than half of his HP. If they push in with the minions, they can easily take down the turret. I think they're trying to set up a death brush, but they shouldn't expect anyone to go there right now. They need to defend this. They're coming
or
around the
they're just
back.
gonna dive them.
A dive
It's a
is coming
dive, it's
in,
a
but
potential
Vayne
dive.
seems to be a little out of position. Vayne walks in. Nope, there's just too much damage on the purple team right now. Irelia is soaking up turret damage. A beautiful ult by Cassiopeia, but it's just a little too late. Irelia goes down,
I
but
guess
her
it's
GA
GG.
picks her back up.
I
That
guess
was,
this is GG.
again, a 5-for-0 exchange with a tier 2 going down. Minions pushing down the mid lane. The bottom lane's turret and inhib go down. This is probably GG for the teams. They're just walking up. Yeah, this is definitely... The death timers are just way too high. So the first game goes over to the purple side, and
This is GG.
this
This
is
is game
GG.
one,
Game 1
game
goes
one.
to the purple side. 15 to 30. A lot of pauses. So the first game goes over to the purple side, and game 1 goes.
জি এখনো কথা হইলো বাবা
Cold blood got wrecked. Wrecked.
Mana?
Cold blood got wrecked
Bye.
by parents.
I was wondering what occurred to you.
I think Nabil is AFK.
আচ্ছা জাহিন can you log into my account no I'm in game that's the difference log in it's a rank game it's log in
আপনি গেমে ঢুকে পুলিশ খেলতে হবে আমার 2 মিনিট বাকি এর থেকে 20 মিনিট পর্যন্ত আমি এগুলো আগে পুলিশ থাকে চলে যা
Lil. GG well played.
49.
User left your channel. User joined your channel.
If you start songs in the stream, it's a problem sometimes. Copyright issue. Stream এ যাতে songs না ছাড়ো আর কি। Lil. Off it, off it, off it. Yeah, okay.
জাহেল স্ট্রিম শুরু একটু নক দিস আমাকে, হ্যাঁ, আর লিংকটা দিস।
Stream is on already. Everyone heard you.
I shall let the world hear me eat my pizza.
আমাকে দিলেন না নেমো ভাই, মাইন্ড করছি।
আমি আমি পিৎজা খাই, তুই মুড়ি খা।
সরি নিও ভাই, বাসে মুড়ি নেই। I eat noodles.
Whoa.
User left your channel.
Yo, hey, you there?
Yes, I am. Enjoying my pizza.
I
Not happy.
guess the game's gonna be starting in a bit.
Okay, I'll be back in a minute.
I'll be back in a minute as well.
Let them know that you're leaving first.
Yeah, I'm back. You know, Zahin, you can speak. Have you gone, Sona? Ah. Zahin's on the phone, by the way, if anyone is wondering. I guess the game will be starting now. So guys, this is game 2 of quarterfinal 1. On the blue side we have the Suicide Squad, and the purple team on the purple side we have Bo Borona League Boro. Yes, you heard me, Bo Borona League Boro. Quite a weird name, but let's get to the bans. So we see a ribbon ban for Nephilim. I have with me Nimobhai and Zahin, but Zahin's currently on the phone and Nimobhai is AFK. So there's a Gragas ban for Shad97. There's a Yasuo ban for Yasuo bot. So purple team has banned Sejuani.
He lies!
for the
I'm
second.
right here, everybody. Welcome back to the game.
And Nimobhai, you're a bit too late. You came like exactly 10 seconds after I said that.
Yeah.
10
cares
seconds.
what you say.
Can't hear you. Sorry, I can't hear you. Did you say something? No.
Yeah, how do you know I was speaking?
Okay, so we have a Jinx and a Vayne ban. for probably Fate's perfect win, and he picks the Graves.
He insta-locks a Graves, showing off the first pick. So immediately shows a little confidence in it.
And
I guess the victory from the last game really affected them, and Nephilim goes back to one of his more favorite picks, a Wukong, which he is a very good player on. I think he took the previous laning phase a little too hard.
And we see Turtle Luck hovering over Corki. Hovering over a Corki. I don't think he's gonna pick a Corki, but he might even pick a Corki. I really have no idea what he's gonna go for against a Graves who basically would love to fight him in the lane. And he goes for a Caitlyn. Yes, it'll be a Caitlyn. Nehemiah, what do you think about Graves versus Caitlyn?
User left your channel.
Going into Graves versus Caitlyn, I'm going to talk about the players a little bit. The last game, Turtleduck played a little behind. He played very defensively on Tristana, who was meant to be pushing up the lane. I think he's having a little bit of a confidence issue right now. So he goes with the Caitlyn, who has the longest range in the game. So he should be able to play on that. Like, he should be able to maintain that playstyle, playing defensively, while poking from a long range. Graves' range is a little shorter, so he shouldn't be able to come in and deal that damage. Nuno is still being hovered over. Shad97 is just going through all of these different champs. Leona. Leona did a wonderful job in the last game. So picking that again, and the jungle and the support, they're back on their previous champions. They both showed good skillsmanship on those champions. I am surprised that Evelyn wasn't banned for Odin.
I'm surprised there as well, but I don't think Odin's gonna pick that Evelyn. I think he's gonna go for a Nocturne, or possibly, he might go for something else, Odin tends to, Odin tends to pick different stuff at different times, and AFK going to Alistar. AFK's Alistar is pretty good. I've seen his Alistar. He really loses with one. But Alistar, Caitlyn, I don't know how that works.
If these two champions are locked in again, I will again say that Bo Borona League Boro is going for a team fight oriented composition. With the Wukong and the Evelyn going in hard. Alistair, if he can land his his headbutt pulverize
and
combo.
And it's not an Evelyn Nimova, it's a Vi.
So yeah, the 4 picks they have so far really point at a team fight composition. Ken Nightwalker is hovering over his Lux again. A Darius in the top lane.
It is possible, you're faced against a Wukong, and Darius is not. I wouldn't say Darius is a very bad pick against a Wukong, especially the new Darius who has that damage. Wukong comes in and Wukong gets slowed he gets slowed. He gets that. He even gets that hit with the Q. So Darius is not exactly a very bad pick against Wukong. I wouldn't say it's the best pick, but it's not exactly the worst pick.
Yeah, Darius seems like a good pick. Not real jihadist. He showed some prowess in the last game. He took that.
But
fight.
it's a Renekton.
Renekton is actually a better pick. Again, they have 3 very big heavies in Skarner, Leona, and Renekton. Depending on whether Renekton goes damage or tank. If he maintains the same playstyle that he had in the last game, I'd expect him to go for a damage build.
And it's a Kale, or not?
Yeah, the Kale is being hovered over.
Aatrox, I guess he's just fooling with everything.
I very much
I'm sorry
doubt
that
Aatrox is going to be picked. I am expecting him to go back on an AP heavy. Lulu. Lulu, if Lulu is picked, yes, she does really help for the team.
And he went for
went back to
Yes.
the Cassiopeia. He did a fair job in the last Cassiopeia as far as laning goes. The team fights were a little shaky, but that was because the team was kind of getting caught out in a 5v1 before the full 5v5
I,
took place.
I guess this at this time the purple team is a bit more tanky than the last composition because they have a Vi right now. A Vi, Vi can possibly just take 1 or 2 damage items and then just go tanky. And we have an Alistar who literally won't die when he has that ult on. And wait, there's a swap. They're messing with
No,
us.
they're just playing around a little.
They're messing with us.
Yeah, so they are a little bit tankier than the previous game, but it's still a team fight oriented. Not so much push as before, but they'll still be a lot stronger in the team fights. The blue team have a very strong front line.
And they're possibly now a more of, they can convert to a more of a team fight composition rather than the last one, because this time they have a Graves, and if he stays in the fight long enough, I'm pretty sure he can just blow 3 of them out instantly.
Graves being able to get near the 2 people that he will be able to obliviate is not going to be very easy, given the fact that, yes, Vaya is a huge tank. Nephilim, Wukong deals a lot of damage, and getting past an Alistar is never going to be easy. If Alistar plays a little patiently, he can wait for Graves to try to come near and then just headbutt away or pulverize. And that just completely puts Graves out of position. He doesn't have a very good range, Graves. The last game, Ken Nightwalker's Lux could have done a lot better. He played a fair game, but in the team fights, he didn't deal as much damage as you would expect. Yes, he did land quite a few good binds. Did occasionally start those catches that put Oborna League War behind. Apart from the bind, he should be dealing a bit more damage. He has sufficient support range, he can stay out of the fights. I'm expecting after the outcome of the last game that he will play a bit more offensively and not so far behind, get in a little range to get those auto attacks after the spells. Renekton's, I haven't seen not real jihadists play that much, but his Irelia was very impressive.
I would say about the Renekton, Renekton is still, I would say, the one champion in the top lane, which is probably the only one who can be matched in the early game. Yes, Renekton is very oppressive in the early game. He can just dive Wukong if he wanted to in level 4 or 5 and just kill him off and just walk back out. He can do that. That's what a Renekton is. And if he plays with that kind of mindset, then he's gonna wreck Wukong in the top lane. Wukong is in big trouble. I would say that. And to context to whether Renekton is going full tank or damage, I would expect the Renekton to go possibly either a Black Cleaver at first or a Titanic Hydra, which also deals a lot of damage. What do you think, Novai?
What do I think? I really have no idea. Honestly, can afford to go both and still be very, very tanky. Even if you
Yes.
go with his damage build, he can dive in, deal a stun, do a little spinneroonie, deal some damage, and come back out.
Yeah, I would say if he goes for the Titanic Hydra, for his second item, it'd be best to go for the Sterak's Gauge. The Sterak's Gauge is one item. It's really good if you can use that at the right time, and Renekton's ult also increases his health, so he has more health from the Titanic Hydra and plus the Sterak's Gauge and from the ult. So this Triax Gauge can stay a bit longer and he can tank more. And as well give enough damage for his team to blow the purple team out. So that would be a good option, but let's see what they go for.
What I've
And there's a
been
pause.
there is the everyday pause. Could I ask the streamer to organize the champions in the bottom so that it goes from top, jungle, mid lane, ADC to support? This way the viewers can compare CS and gold by player positioning.
How do I do that?
Just click
drag it.
on their pictures in the
And
middle,
drag
like
it.
in the bottom middle of the screen. Just click on their pictures and reorder them. That would be really helpful for the viewers.
So we can see Wukong going for a flask, the crystalline flask. What do you think about that? Should he go for the crystalline flask or should he just go for a door and shield? Because Renekton is going to be very oppressive in the top lane. Very
What I'm
oppressive.
expecting from Nephilim right now is he's a little pissed off about the last game. So he's gonna stay out of the fights, and I think he's just gonna try to stay in lane a bit longer. Get that CS and that gold. Maybe help out in the team fight. I don't think he's planning on a 1v1 in the top lane anymore since it's a Renekton. Since you were talking about items, I would really like to see the Zeke's Harbinger come out on Leona. That is going to be a very interesting item for Graves. There are 3 people in the bottom side jungle for the red team and 4 blue team. Again, I'm not okay. There are 4 people there again. I'm really not
Streamer,
expecting.
what's your time?
56 seconds.
Huh? What?
56 seconds.
Count from just keep counting the seconds.
Okay, 1-5, 1-6, 1-7, 1-8.
Yeah, it's fine now. Yeah, it's fine. Nimohai?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, so we're all good, and we can see the Leona and the Skarner spotted by that red ward.
Yeah, everyone's just
They
gonna
know
hang
they're
around with
there,
their
and,
brushes.
and 4 of the red teams, 4 of the purple team are there. They are standing there. They might or not. Cassiopeia just hits a Q, and nothing more. Skarner gets that. Skarner gets that crystal, so Skarner will have more movement speed to go on in the early game, unless red team just recovers it back now. The red team is recovering it back. So Skarner starts with the red, whereas Vi starts with the Grumps. Which jungler do you expect to gank early? The more
Graves just took the long way around, and I'm guessing he's going to miss out on a little farm. The junglers, I expect a few more ganks from Vi. And Headbutt already comes in. I'm surprised that was the first spell taken.
I wouldn't be surprised because I play a bit of Alistair. I do prefer the headbutt.
I used to play the Headbutt before, but I've noticed that the Pulverize really does scare the opponent a bit more. So that they don't come in, as you expect a Leona to do. But yeah, Leona and Graves fell back a little. Caitlyn and Alistair should be hitting level 2 before them. And I'm wrong again. Surprisingly, even though they came into the lane later, the blue team hit level 2 before the purple team. The lane is being pushed in a little. Nephilim is showing off his mastery, even though he's taking a bit more damage than he expected from Renekton. The mid lane farming, Lux is already ahead. Yeah, it seems like Lux is already a bit more confident from the last game. Skarner is only just getting onto his blue buff.
I would expect the Lux to farm more than Cassiopeia in the early game because Lux has that poke.
Yeah, we expected that the last game as well, but in the last game it was very, very even. Again, Renekton.
Very oppressive. As I
Yeah,
said before,
the
very oppressive.
not real jihadist, is already pushing against Nephilim. Nephilim is trying his best to farm under the turret. He shouldn't have much of a problem. The bot lane, they just seem to be standing around right now, and again, Duck is playing very, very defensively.
I guess that's how he plays. I think that's how he plays. He tends to play a bit defensively, and we can see fighting. And
There is
they're
a double gank
counter
in the top lane. The
oh,
first
there's
blood
a
goes over
first
to
blood.
Vi. Vi escapes with his flash. Nephilim is going to deal a bit more damage to Shot 97. Continues the assault. Shot 97 now has to back off.
But and there's the the headbutts and the pulverize from Alistar.
But no damage really comes out of it. Everyone goes back to their farming. A TP in from Renekton. So his TP is down for now. Vi is only just backing.
And Wukong has no, and I would
Wukong
expect
stayed
Renekton.
in the lane. That's gonna cost him quite a bit of CS, but Renekton went up pretty far. He just misses out on 3 CS right there. Hopefully he should be able to get the siege in the other 4.
And Cassiopeia is poking Lux as much as possible.
Lux is a little low on mana. That's probably about 1 spell right now. Cassiopeia feels a little bit more confident. Cassiopeia should be able to pick up all of the CS. The bot lane is at a stalemate. Leona now shows off her mastery. FK Madness does the same. It's a little bit of a show off going off right now.
They're taunting each other with that mastery.
All lanes are very, very even on farm. The jungle is slightly ahead.
I would
And
say
the
the
top
top lane is
also a little.
Yeah, a little.
But with the assist that Wukong picked up, their goal difference shouldn't be that great. No, Wukong is still slightly ahead in gold. But ever so slightly.
For that assist, I guess. First blood assist. So Alistar goes in for the headbutt pulverize.
A little
Wukong-
damage is dealt. There is a little
And
scramble in the
that's a
top lane, and
load of
Renekton is just
damage from
shredding
Renekton.
through Nephilim, and he goes down. Vi comes in for the gank, but thinks better of it. Balls out.
As I said, you should not meddle with a Renekton. Renekton will be very dangerous in the early
The
game.
Nephilim seems to be a little off, and I don't think the ward in the bot lane was placed perfectly. No, it is in the brush. Okay.
Is it giving vision?
Let's see.
Is it? Now it is.
Yeah, it is giving vision. Well placed. Cassiopeia pushes into the turret, deals a little damage on Lux. Yeah, Cassiopeia is playing strong. She is 1 or 2 CS behind, but she is playing strong. She's bullying the lane, dealing a little damage.
Getting that stacks up, passive stacks. That's important, very important for Cassiopeia when it's going in the long run. That the stacks matter a lot. And Wukong is still charging in. Going in Renekton's Q range.
User joined your channel.
And
Yes,
taking more damage than
Renekton is playing a little too aggressive, a little carelessly with him, and he's missing out on a huge amount of farm. He goes for the Scuttler to try to pick up some free CS. Shot 97 is there with, and he might be closed in on, but Renekton responds a little too late. Smite goes down on the clone. The mid lane has just been pushed into the blue turret, and Cassiopeia is backing.
And that Renekton damage. Well, we can see Renekton's item. You can see he has two. He has a pickaxe, so he's probably going for the Tiamat. We don't exactly know where the Tiamat is going, which way he's going to go with that Tiamat, but he's definitely going for that Tiamat. Whereas Wukong is the same as well. Wukong is also going for that Tiamat as well. So they're going for the same items, but I feel Renekton will be more favorable with the item rather than Wukong. Renekton deals a lot more damage with the Tiamat, I would say.
Yeah, he is going to be much more of a lane bully, but In a team fight, oh, AFK Madness misses his headbutt pulverize combo. A little poke back and forth between the SPs, but no real damage done. Cassiopeia is seen with Vi going for the blue buff. Lux had come back on her back from with a Chalice of Harmony. That
He
steal
attempted a steal.
attempt almost paid off for Lux. Very close. Cost by a little bit of her HP. So
And
yeah, the Chalice of
Skarner's
Harmony,
going
that
in.
little magic resist is gonna help her stay in lane a bit longer against Cassiopeia. Renekton has really pushed out the top lane.
as you expect, because
Yeah, Wukong is really falling behind, even on CS.
and I
He's
don't know,
about
Wukong is just
25 CS behind the Renekton.
Now, I don't know why Wukong is actually jumping on Renekton, because Renekton can just give that enraged Q and you will take a lot of damage. A lot of damage from that Q. So, it's not the wisest option to just jump on Renekton right now. I think he should revise his plan right now for Renekton. He should revise it. That damage can be very deadly. Even if he has a crystalline flask, it won't help him much.
I
And
was expecting Nephilim to farm a bit more in the lane since he had started off with his crystalline flask. But he chose the try to harass the opponent down, which is really a big mistake against Renekton.
which is really big.
It's not even
Ren-
a skill matchup,
Yeah,
really.
exactly.
Just the champions alone. Renekton just does so much harm to Wukong. There are 3 people in the bot lane. Vi seem to have wanted a lane gank, but is now thinking again about it. The bot lane is missing. Let's talk about the junglers. Vi is running around without shoes right now.
Yeah, Vi is running
She's
around with
behind on farm. She doesn't have enough gold to buy those shoes either. She's kind of just running around right now as if she's uncertain of where to go.
And we can see Renekton finishing that Tiamat. And I think now he's going for that Phage. So, Renekton showing that he's going to go damage. 2 damage items perhaps. He's going to probably go for that Phage. And then he's going to go for that Titanic Hydra perhaps. And Vi's coming in.
Vi comes in very visibly.
But Renekton spots him, so Vi has to go back now.
So that is another failed gank attempt.
Or not, Vi is still there.
Vi comes in and shows herself again. She's wasting a lot of time right now. Where's Skarner is just leveling up, getting those CS, probably going for a tanky build. Nephilim takes Crystal because he goes for the Scuttler. He is really struggling right now as a top laner. The bottom lane is doing very even. Caitlyn backs and had picked up her shoes. That is the only item difference between the two. Other than that, the game is very quiet. Shot 97 can be seen in the opponent's jungle.
But I guess, if this is gonna go on like this, I think it will go not on the purple team's favor, because blue team will have a lot of engage soon, since Skarner starts coming in. He can just ult someone, drag him down, and then that's a finishing blow. And Renekton going super aggressive on Wukong, dishing
There
out.
is going to be a double gank in the bot lane. Both the junglers have shown up. A headbutt pulverize comes in. And almost
Leona
everything
misses.
misses. Leona is caught out in a very bad place. Her stun lands and a lot of damage is dealt to Caitlyn.
And there's
Caitlyn
that
is
TP.
taken down by Lux's ult. But Jihadis had TP'd in. They still can't take Leona down. AFK Madness goes down as well. There are 5 people in the bot lane. Leona is backing off right now. The lane will be pushed into the turret. And they will go for their first dragon.
Again, I would say a good TP from the blue team. Renekton coming in, Renekton dealing out a lot of damage. It was possibly, I would say, a really good TP. He didn't, and you know the blue team following up in the bot lane. They're just following up. It was good
The lane dominance in the top lane, plus the 5-man gank in the bottom, 2 kills, and the first dragon objective taken has put the blue team up about 2,500 gold. Cassiopeia is going back for a blow. No steal attempt this time as Lux is backing. Wukong pushes the minions into the turret and backs off. He has absolutely no vision on his side of the map, so he has to resort to playing a little defensively.
User joined your channel.
Okay.
User was moved out of your channel.
Now,
User
the
left your
kills
channel.
in the bot lane, one went over to Lux and one went over to Renekton. That left Graves with 3 assists. Yeah, that is pretty good. It doesn't give him all the gold that he wanted. Fiona's seen taking a little bit of unnecessary damage from Caitlyn. Alistair has moved out to ward. He doesn't have the time to de-ward that pink, as Graves is back in the lane. Graves has a completed Infinity Edge. How does that play against the Caitlyn and Alistair right now?
I would say it plays quite a lot because Graves does have his crits. If Graves starts, going in, he'll just burst someone down, and if he starts hitting those crits with this quick draw, which is E, so with that enhanced attack speed and that Infinity Edge, that's a lot of crits we are talking about. So it's pretty much, I would say, Graves has an advantage right now, unless Caitlyn goes back and gets that kill. And we can see Vi there.
Vi tried a lane gank, but she missed out on the fact that she was just in the vision range of the minions. So the real jihadist spots her.
It's a not
Headbutt
real
Pulverize
jihadist.
combo is taken, and ult goes down.
And instantly
Caitlyn
destroyed.
is just
As I said
down by the
before,
crits.
Graves will just go in and boom boom.
the boom boom. The item difference is really causing a pain for Caitlyn. It takes 3 turret hits, but they pick up another kill that goes over to Leona. So from the looks of it, that's 3,000 gold now in the blue team's favor. They're really playing confidently after the last game. And wow, a lot of damage is dealt to Yasuo bot, and he barely survives that final spark. Now, the blue team is playing very confidently after the last game.
And I guess there will be a top lane turret or not. He just backs off for another.
Yeah, without any vision or knowledge. Oh, they just spotted the jungler. Renekton could have taken that turret down, but I guess he was playing a little safe. All of the lanes are really punished right now for the purple side. They don't seem coordinated right now. There seems to be a communication gap. And the bot lane and the top lane really.
And
the
that's
blue
a
team
landed
just have a
binding.
lot of damage.
Blue team has a lot of damage, and I think that's a Titanic Hydra. Yes, it is. Renekton went for that Titanic Hydra. And he has the Dexter's Giant's Belt. So, Renekton has the Titanic Hydra and the Giant's Belt. So, Renekton is already tanky to begin with.
There's the
And-
last whisper on Wukong. He seems to have taken the previous game's lane matchup very personally, because he's trying to match up for a lane fight. He should have gone for the team fight. Their lanes are really going poorly right now. They're trying to chase out Shad97, but they can't touch. A stun lands on. Wow. That was a very nice bind from Lux. And a second kill just might be coming out. Yeah, Renekton is here to join the fight. He flashes in. Gets the stun and a kill. I hate to say, but it seems like the purple team is kind of on tilt.
Yeah, it seems as if they're, very annoyed with something.
The mid turret should be paying for this. The jungler and mid were taken out. Yeah. So that's 2 turrets going over to the blue side. And they're just walking into the jungle. Oh, Swart barely spots the 2 of them. But the bot lane are still standing there. That is a very risky play. They're going to be surrounded off, and Caitlyn has almost no HP.
And that's GG for them.
All
And
that's
there's
left
a
right now is for Alistair to be taken out, and they're losing another outer turret. The blue team is just dissecting one by one the lanes right now. From the looks of it, they went from top, mid to the bottom turret. They have a strong advantage. The dragon is coming up in 5 seconds.
I guess the blue team will just get that second turret, and by the looks of it, there will be no third game.
It's still a little too early to call that. There is a little scuffle in the jungle. Wukong is still laughing. Leona is showing off her mastery, but she's very far ahead.
And there's a dead. Oh, I think that's a dead Cassiopeia.
That was a good ulti, but it really did not help. I just noticed Vi has done quite poorly in this game, especially considering her items. This will be an uncontested dragon for the blue team. Suicide Squad. They're not suiciding, they're playing a very, very well spaced out tactical game right now. Dissecting the purple team. Score is 11-1 at 21 minutes. And 3 turrets. They're 9,000 gold up right now. Lost all of their outer turrets. Each of the lanes are slightly behind on farm. Nephilim seems to have disconnected from the game.
And they have surrendered.
A surrender has been called on the second game. The game goes over to Suicide Squad.
And they have
21 minutes.
And they have won the first quarterfinals.
So the second game is over of the quarterfinals. The score ends at 2-0. Suicide Squad advances forward to the semifinals. This was a very one-sided matchup. There was really no emphasis from the purple side that they had any intention of winning. It just looked like they were fooling around. A sad outcome. Yeah, I'm looking at the comments right now. And everyone is a little upset that the game ended so fast.
Yeah, indeed, the game ended so fast. Pretty bad that the game has ended. I feel sad actually. The game has ended so quickly. So, it was, I would say, a good played game from the Suicide Squad. So that's the end of quarterfinals 1. We'll have quarterfinals 2 tomorrow at 9. So everyone who's listening, please tune in tomorrow at 9. So let's hope you guys are there. So thank you guys. Me and Nimobhai signing off for today. Good. So see you guys tomorrow.